Hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode in the modding tutorial series, in which I'm going to show you how you can actually share your modded copy of the game with friends. And I'm also going to make a small but important correction to something I said at the very beginning of episode 1 of this tutorial series. If you remember, I had taken you down to ini.big and showed you a bunch of the files that you could go to and edit and all of that. Well, this kind of depends on the version that you're playing. I uh, I wasn't keeping all of that in mind. Some of the oldest versions of Rise of the Witch King use that original ini.big file. Um, But if you're playing on one of the newer versions, you have to go to a different file. And that would be for the most recent version. You go up to this file here. So I'm playing on, I think it's now patch 9.5.1 perhaps. I lose track of how many of these come out now. I'm sorry. But it's the most recent one as of this date. And all you have to do is just go up to this one, patch 2.02, and it gives you the exact same list of files. And when you go to edit them, you don't have to edit anything else. But there's going to be a bunch of additional files here at the very top, but eventually you'll get down to past all these terrain and compiled textures files, all of these that you see here, and you eventually get down to the same files that you saw in that tutorial video in episode 1 here. You just go right back down to game data and all the rest. And you do the same thing that I showed you. You don't have to do anything else with any of these other files. Now, if you're playing on, now this is from the all-in-one launcher version. I don't know if it's any different if you were to do a manual installation of the most current patch. But if you're using an older one, like say 9.0, it's going to look like this. So you can see them side by side here. This is the way that they used to do it up to 9.0. I have this in a separate installation file for the Age of the Ring mod. The Age of the Ring mod uses up to 9.0 and before. That's soon going to be a thing of the past, by the way, when they get their own all-in-one launcher. But as of right now, this is what they use. Now, if you're using 9.0 or earlier, you can see all these individual patches going way back, all the way back to 3.0 here, at least. Yeah, it looks like it just goes down to 3.0. So in which case, you would just go ahead and edit this file. And you can see it looks basically the same as what I showed you, if not exactly the same. You just go down to game data ini. Yeah, and that's simple as that. Again, you don't have to edit the ini file, the main big ini file down at the bottom either. It's totally fine. And my apologies, by the way, for not thinking of that ahead of time. I knew I was going through the right files when I showed it to you in the ini.big, and somehow, maybe it was just the lateness of the hour or whatever, I'm not too sure. I, just had a simple slip there. So I apologize if any of you guys are having a hard time trying to get these modded versions of the game to work. But now you know. All right, so now to get this this modded copy of the game working, all you have to do is if you're, you got to make sure you're using the same version of the game, of course. If you're modding 9.0, you make sure your buddy is going to be using 9.0. And of course, if you're using 9.5, he's got to use 9.5. So for convenience, I'm going to use 9.5 here. And all you got to do is just copy that file after you've modded it. You just copy it and you paste it into, your flash drive, or if you're local to your buddy here or whatever, and just give it to him. You can compress it, email it, however you want to do it, and then he's going to copy and paste it over his own, and it's that simple. Now I'm going to show you how it is on Game Ranger, just to prove that it does work this way. And I'll get it started right now. So I had mentioned in episode 1 that when you go to try to share your modded game with someone, that you would have to share like your whole game. I didn't actually mean it in that sense, in the literal sense. I meant it in just the sense of you have to copy your INI file over. If you try to share your whole game, it's not going to work. Your game is obviously going to be installed specifically to your computer only, so you're not going to make it work for somebody else's. So don't waste your time trying to do it that way. Just do it this way and you'll be just fine. I've got a laptop just for myself here, and I'm on my main computer. Alright, just waiting for him to load up here. Alright, just about. Alright. Not going to actually play a game or anything here. We're just going to get this thing rocking and rolling to show you. He has the same exact version. And the laptop is recording as well, so you'll get to see this in a second on another screen. Excuse me. And I did a very simple modification. All I did was I made Faramir cost 1 resource. That's it. If this had not been the same copy, the game would have crashed by now, if I remember right. So, you're just going to see it real quick.
I, Faramir, will lead the men of
There he
Gondor.
is. Super cheap hero.
They may be near. Quickly now.
Yep. That's it. Simple, man. You can't ask for simpler modding than that. Oh. Yeah, I had mentioned before that in the first episode that there was this thing called the dash mod command, and that is a true thing, but you don't actually need it, as you just saw, to play this with your friends. The dash mod command is for something else entirely that I still don't fully understand, so don't worry all about that. Alright, and that's basically it. If you have any further questions or concerns, I obviously just shoot me a message, and I'll be more than happy about trying to help you out here. Again, apologies about the mix-up there at the beginning. I hope this sets things straight for you. Thanks.